not online yet. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there, I see it.
Hello?
Yes, audio's working.
Yep,
Audio's
echo.
Echo, yes.
All right.
We
Nice
did
work,
it.
Jerry.
Good job.
Yay!
Right on.
All right. Take two. Bear with us as we limp along trying to make this all work. We're learning as we go. Who would have thought audio was important in this little recording?
It's weird.
Well, we're not getting by on good looks, so.
No, not me. No. I mean, the glorious beards surrounding me. I mean, you guys are carrying me across the finish line on that. All right. Due to the fact I have no idea where the audio cut off or even started.
I think it ever started.
So I will start over my glorious rendition of the recap, which will be by no way as good as the first one. I mean, how can you recreate that masterpiece? Previously, everything that happened before now. We had our adventures in Karat. We found them originally within an arena battling, trying to prove themselves worthy to be selected as part of the Scalebound Guild. They have had some ups and some downs, them as well as one other group who has been found at least worth looking into more, but haven't really proven themselves fully. And so they were both equally or at the same time sent on the same task to go to the ancient ruins of Alandur and explore and come back with an artifact. And then told go. The race began. They, along the way, have had some ups and downs. They've had a fight at the docks where there might have been some bloodletting. There might have been a magical groin punch. There has been an agreement between Talcia, the other party's kind of delegated leader, and Theobald have come to a aggressive but yet mutually understandable agreement that don't mess with me and we won't mess with you kind of establishment. Also, a deal was made with Callan between some mysterious figure or entity upon drinking his flask. Magic ensued, which made everyone question his sanity. Upon arriving to the dock, a storm was coming. Some information was found out by Callan to a fur trader that down the road there was a farmhouse, and they quickly set their sights on going there before the storm hit. Along the way, they found there was a bandit attack on a wagon. And graves dug and moved on before little could be gained from the situation when a man sat up out of his own grave. They half adopted this reborn or zombie, whatever the situation of this man who came back to life, brought him to the farmhouse inn. And there they took refuge from the storm and questioned and interrogated and questioned the newly arisen man who had been attacked, and eventually came to the conclusion that he kind of wasn't their problem. They have done what they could for him, gave him some supplies, some money, and sent him on his merry way.
Don't forget a name.
Yes, Slate. With a name. And some information of if he makes it to Dragonlock, the festival will be happening soon. And so
My favorite part of this part was when Sense Gnome talking Gret into realizing he has some sort of a conscience.
Very true.
So, yes.
Very true, because as much as Gret, who is a part of the other group, really doesn't care about you or anybody, you got him to admit he at least cares enough that he doesn't want to be there to see what he hopes wouldn't happen with somebody who is just so optimistic that they don't see the danger around them. You set forth, continued along your way. You made good time, got to the ruins where shortly after arriving, you were attacked. It didn't go great. You were backed into those ruins where you had to make your last stand. At least that's the way it felt. You were in a very poorly defensible spot, and we're going to do what you could when the ground shifted underneath all of you and you fell. We then found Callan in a tunnel deep underground where he made his way and found a ally, friend, lost soul. And they kind of made a temporary truce, kind of a go of it, working together. Obviously, both had different motives. One looking for lost secrets or a key, a door, something. And in a way, Callan looking for the same thing, a way out of here. Traveling, looking through rooms, finding a room that had some sort of ward that was altering perception and time, and you managed to kind of cleverly slip past the ward without even disarming it by wearing the clothes of the caster of it. So it didn't recognize you as a threat. Made it past, found yourself in another chamber that had basically a dead end with one large casket or tomb that had a little bit of a riddle on it, which you managed to, with a little aid from on high or within a flask, that there was more to that casket, that tomb. And so you investigated it further and got in and sealed themselves within one at a time. But in that moment, in that kind of shuffling and going through, the new ally got in first, and a ring that was found managed to fall out of Callan's pocket and onto him as the tomb was sealed. He fell into a mysterious room, an armory, and by the time Callan managed to get in there, the last words, as this glowing ring was on his hand and a mystical doorway was open, he looks at Callan and just says, I'm sorry, I know you'll make it out of here, but this is my door, and steps through. Door shuts, the light disappears. Callan kind of hopes kind of sink in that moment of now he's alone again. And before he even has a chance to really take everything in, the walls start to shift and grind, and two grotesques of statues of both demonic and angelic kind of creativity to them turn, revealing, holding the body on each side. One, a very large Goliath, and on the other, a human, a little older, and drops them, both with some sort of collar on their neck. drops to the ground, both unconscious in this moment. Callan, if you remember where you are, you have procured yourself a staff. You have procured yourself some little clues and some clothes and things of that nature.
Mhm.
We have privately kind of caught up where Theobald and Lunsensinum have been and adventured. You obviously, Callan, don't know, but they know. So that way we can all kind of catch up together.
Okay.
So here you are in this, as you very quickly have established, some sort of arcane lock or panic room or armory, or it's got a whole like shelves and all kinds of things of very clearly preserved beyond time. And also there, I mean, there's robes, there's a little mishmash of anything you can think of that somebody would hide away.
Ah, wow. All this amazing stuff in here.
Take your time.
You two are both like, you're not completely unconscious. It won't take you long, but very kind of slow coming to. Just so you know.
And so I see them coming too.
Yeah, like kind of that unconscious like just you know.
Oh yes. Yeah, I was thinking I would have to aid them, because all of this cool stuff out around here, and all I can think is once I saw my two traveling companions there, that was the most valuable thing to me. But they're waking up, so they got it covered, right? So I'm gonna take a look around, and I'm kind of working for someone as an agent. I'm taking a good look. Do I see anything that might be a container of good lore from before the time of the dragons, just from a quick glance? And while I'm glancing around, I'm probably composing a song in my head.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
If you're just looking around, kind of surveying the room, perception.
I'm so good at those. Okay, that is a 15 though.
15. You'll find on kind of think of it almost like these hooks in the actual wall on the side. Almost think of like coat rack type hooks that are just, it doesn't even seem like they're made of metal. It looks almost like somehow the brick and stone perfectly just grew into these hooks. No
Okay.
seam, no attachment. On one of them, there is kind of think of that Indiana Jones satchel hanging from one of them in a pristine, beautiful, supple, kind of dark brown red leather. Definitely could be something inside. I mean,
Okay.
It's a container of some sort.
Caught my eye, so I'll probably take another glance at my allies there and make sure they're still going in the right direction, and head on over to the satchel. And if there's stuff within arm's reach as I'm walking over there, I'll just knock it into my cloak or something.
Everything is very particular on where it's placed, so it's not like there's random stuff. It's like everything has, like, think almost a organized museum of like, this is where I have put this is its spot, this is its pedestal, this is its, there's no just I'll just grab this, grab that. It's everything has a specific spot.
Okay.
So between you and that satchel, there's nothing else. That's what's in front of you.
Good. All
So
right.
you go to that satchel, take it off the hook. Take it off the hook.
Yes.
Okay, take it off the hook. Open it up. Inside there are 6 vials. They are sealed in a very, like, it's not glass. It almost looks of like a more thick, almost quartz-like kind of material. It even has a little of that kind of bottom to it where it's almost like natural stone or crystal kind of being broken. but very see-through, transparent, with a beautiful ornate stopper on each one. And
Okay.
they are securely in this where it is meant to be for travel. And they, like, you could tell very quickly, it would take quite a bit for these to break inside of this.
Okay. So I can just grab the whole satchel.
Yep,
All
easily.
right. I'm not going to do any critical examination of it. And then I guess next I'm thinking of my allies still. So I hope they're doing well. Maybe I should find them a gift or something.
Huh?
And I look around for, hey, what would Loon Sentinome like, or what would Theobald like?
Okay, first off, both Theobald and Linsensinum, would you please roll me just a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh, here we go. Okay.
Just this is more to see who's gonna be more waking up quicker. You know, no real stakes.
6.
All right. I
Done.
didn't roll that well.
You're gonna wake up a little sooner. So as Callan is starting to look around, like, you know, what's something maybe my buddies would like, you're gonna actually start to wake up.
Lord Almighty, what is going? And I'm reaching and I'm feeling around my neck where that thing grabbed me, and the collar is there.
Yep, it is a
What?
collar.
So I start to like yank on it.
It flexes like a leather collar, but the actual touch to it, it almost feels like stone. But there is flex to it.
So yeah, I like try and move around with it, looking at it, and then it's
not choking you. You can move around quite easily. Just it's like a leather choker kind of collar.
Well, seeing as I can't see mine, I look around. Callan's already up and around. Okay, well, he's okay. He's all right. Theobald. And Theobald is getting up at this point?
Theobald's still down.
Still down. All right, well, yeah, I'm over to him. Callan, what are you doing over there? We are down, and you are just flitting around looking at the room?
Oh, I'm trying to find you guys something nice. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
That is fair. How are you doing? I'm sorry. It has been a minute.
It's been weird. I don't know if I should say it's been rough, because here I am and we're all together.
I have to say, it is nice to see a common face amongst all of this. The last thing I saw was furry faces full of drool and teeth.
Whoa.
It was not fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I might still actually be covered in dog shit.
Yeah, you are. He reeks, by the way.
Oh, Sensinome, what did you do?
Forgot to mention that.
I survived. That is what I did. I did what I had to do to make it here. If I had not done this, I would not be here right now. It is a disgrace to my body, but I am alive.
That's.
Do I need to
a
make
good
another
thing.
Constitution savings throw?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
That'd be a
I guess
4.
I was just fine compared to that, so I won't complain.
Let's just say that's perfect inspiration. Theobald, you wake up to some god awful smell.
Would you look at that? It is better than smelling salts.
Can I see him, or am I?
It won't take much to, kind of just you roll over, just like, oh my god, that reeks.
Sentinel, what did you do?
I survived. I was just telling Callan, isn't it nice to see? I'm so glad to see you, my friend. I could
John's
kiss
here
you.
too?
He's over there. He's doing his thing.
Look around, Theobald. Good thing you got all that rest. We might need to grab a bunch of stuff. Isn't it cool?
Actually, yeah. Looking around for the first time, where are we right now? Where?
The closest I can think of is, I came through here in a pretty weird circumstances. I had to put on some wizard robes, go through a magic wall.
I'm sure you had to, yes.
And there was this other weird guy who took a book and just was done. It was pretty weird. But look at this. Look around this cavern. Doesn't it just inspire you to sing, maybe?
Who grabbed you?
Who grabbed me?
Sentinel, can you help find me? I need something to brace my legs.
Yes.
Oh.
Start looking around for splints, anything to help.
How bad does Theobald look?
Yeah.
He looks fine, other than he's still sitting on the floor.
Well, hold on. He said
Well, a little. Okay, actually, no. He does look a little banged up.
Right.
But here's the thing: other than Luna's covered in feces, he does look a little worse for wear as well. Like both of them look like they've gone through some shit. You know.
Oh,
literally.
Oh,
Nice.
oh.
If I may,
Yeah.
I'd like to just do a quick medicine check on Theobald just to check over his.
I don't think he's going to let you.
No. That's why I said I would like to.
Theobald,
Just find me a crutch or some braces or something.
What is going on? I just want to check. Let me look at your
I can't
leg.
move my
real-
legs.
Why?
I can't feel my legs.
That is considerably worse. Kalun, we need to find crutches, perhaps.
Yeah. So on my initial motivation to find something that I think Theobald would like, did I find anything? And I kind of ignored his request for crutches at this point. So.
okay. Roll me another perception.
Okay.
And are you looking specifically anything that might be helpful, or just what would catch your eye the quickest?
No, putting myself in this old soldier I've been traveling with. What do I think he would like out of this stuff?
Okay.
Besides crutches or braces, right?
Yeah,
Actually
we
asking for.
just ignore that. Come on. That's a 14.
Wow.
14. You see a good pair of black boots.
Okay.
I mean,
Someone needs boots.
yeah, they you see at the bottom of a stand, like kind of the equivalent of like a armor stand that doesn't have actual armor on it. At the bottom of it, there are two really beautiful black boots that look, I mean, supple, brand new, shiny, and they have like kind of cool silver thread etching along the top of the boots that look like almost like feathers falling.
Okay. So I caught on that he's having a little trouble with his legs. Can I just drag the whole armor stand over and try to prop him up on it and put his feet into the boots? Is it movable?
Okay, grief.
Absolutely. There are other things on this armor stand. So yeah, you kind of walk with the equivalent of an armor stand that is dressed with other things. There's a hooded cloak on it, and the boots at the bottom, and kind of start sliding it over. And Callan's now dragging this armor stand with boots and a cloak on it towards you, Theobald. And,
You're gonna like it so much.
What?
Theobald's gonna love it.
What? Sentinel, keep him away from me. I just need a
Kalun, what do we wait? Hold on, Simon. He might actually have a good idea here.
You're gonna scarecrow him, aren't you?
No.
I'm sure there's other words for it.
You cannot stand it all, correct? We can at least get you started on this, yeah? Unless you want to ride on my shoulders, but then you are right above the stench, and I think you are not a fan of this.
Oh, that's a great idea, Louis Sentinel.
I think it is as well. As can you fashion a quick something to stick in his nose?
in my
In his-
nose.
Nose?
Yeah, he's going to ride on my shoulders. He does not want to smell me all day.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
I was
We
thinking
could have maybe a
I was
travois or
thinking
something.
steering of some sort.
I just got to get back to Leech.
okay.
Considering our current situation and how long we have been down here, I do not see us leaving anytime soon.
I understand. Find me some braces or something so I can at least prop up against a wall or something.
Okay.
Just
Here-
dragging the stand over.
Yeah,
Here-
like,
yeah,
and the
there's the
stand is
stand.
the cross section, so you could kind of hug
All
and kind of
I'll
Help
I will let them.
Oh, yes, I'm being helpful. Yes.
at distance, trying to lift him up onto this thing.
Fine.
So Theobald, you begrudgingly are hoisted onto this armor. They kind of just take the cloak off and just, prop it up, and you kind of just are leaning half over it,
Yep.
half on it. Your legs just dangling below you. It's not comfortable. But hey, craftsmanship wise, this thing's holding you.
All right.
Okay. But how do you like the boots, Theobald?
There are boots below you.
They're fine. Find me. Can I see anything?
Oh, there's lots of things.
Like
Uh,
some staff or a cane or hell, I don't care. Just a piece of wood or something I can strap my legs to and it somewhat keep upright.
We could
there is
destroy
a
this
staff on his back, on Callan's back, and there's also a staff. Is it a one piece or two pieces right now?
It would be one
Lynn.
piece, seeing as I've been walking with it.
Well,
So
I have-
both of them have staffs on their back.
I'm gonna need something I can strap to my legs. And
Well, I have the chunk of ironwood. That's like a club.
how long is that? They're about-
Well, I imagine it a club length, so at least 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah, the club. Find something
Okay.
else about this size, and then I'll need something to prop myself up with.
All right. I think you're gonna love the boots, though. So, yep. I'll happily assist getting your splint applied.
Great.
Yeah, in an effort to help, I let Callan take care of splinting up just to keep the smell away, and I'll go look for another piece of similar
If you set me
size.
down, I can tie it on myself. Thank you.
So, is Theobald actually injured where any sort of aid might help, like my magical aid specifically?
I tried to
Can I
look at
tell?
him. He will not let me know.
There's another reason for that, Lynn Sentinel.
If it were
Uh,
truly serious, he would let me do it. It does not matter the smell.
But it does.
Theobald, you all now have another person who's giving you those eyes if they want to in some way check you over. Are you going to allow this, or are you brushing this off as well? Because it is looking like
Set me down. Just set me down again.
You're
It's
such
good
a
to see you too,
stubborn
old
man.
soldier. Just I would-
Such a stubborn
No.
man.
let us help.
You can't help. I fell. I broke something.
It is as I feared. Yep, I'm off
forever?
searching.
Dragging myself through God knows how many hundreds of feet of tunnels till he grabbed me and drug me in here.
Well-
Do I find a stick?
Well, we're here with you now, old soldier. So let us help.
Okay, help me find something to strap to my leg. Get me,
I am on
set me
it.
down.
okay.
Yes.
So, Loon, as you kind of look around this room, roll me a perception check, real quick.
Am I still hanging on the coat hat? The coat. hook?
Yeah, it
I
looks
will
good.
break something if I have to.
Um,
Perception check of 14.
14. Okay. If you're looking for anything that looks like a stick or anything that could be
Serviceable as a
splinting,
club. Yep.
Yep. No, I get you. The best thing you could do is if you feel like if you broke down the armor rack that he's actually been using now. Beyond that, there's no like quarterstaffs, there's no lances or anything long like that in this room. There's a one bookcase that has very few things on it, but no books, no scrolls, no anything. It's just a very simple kind of more of a bookshelf in this like a shape and style like a bench. It's got a couple things on top. It's a small table kind of along one wall that has very specific items on it. One looks like a small little jewel case, and one that looks like almost think of like a baseball in a holder, but it's a perfect silver sphere.
Okay, I kind of
Yeah.
put those in the memory banks to come back to later when we're not worrying about it, buddy.
Callan, what is this place?
After a couple minutes, I come back to you two. Colin, can you please put him on the floor? This honestly is the best things that we're going to find for him. And as soon as Theobald is back on the floor, I'm going to take and just crack it apart.
Okay, so Theobald seemed to have asked me a serious question, and
Oh, yep.
I'm allowing myself to be serious, and I'm not exactly sure, but I can relate how I got here. When I fell through the hole, I tried to call for you guys, and someone helped me. I think he was a mage, and
Where
he
did
was
he
looking
come from?
for.
And where is he now? Is he coming back?
Don't interrupt, okay? I was getting there.
Was he dangerous?
He's gone now. He left.
All right.
I guess I'm answering
to
your
dodge the
interruption question.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So there's a lot of magical stuff around here for sure, and this is just the deepest part that I've been to so far. It seems like we found what we're looking for in Allendole. Don't you think? Just look around.
Is there a cube?
A cube. We were looking for a cube?
I thought we were looking some sort of cube of power. I mean, I think they'll take whatever we got here.
Oh, I thought okay.
Was there's
Yes.
a table back over here with a couple of very interesting objects, a silver a sphere, and come with me.
Give me the thing.
Oh yeah, I've already broken that down and given it to you.
All right. I'm gonna take some of my rope, if I have it.
Yep.
I think I have it, and start cutting off some legs and start tying braces to my legs.
Okay.
Secure knots this time.
I take it that goes back to why you're in this condition in the first place.
Oh, I can't even tell you.
Oh boy.
You no roll needed, sir. For your purposes, your knots are good.
I would make me roll if I were you, because
Oh no! Don't tempt fate.
Maybe later, if I need to secure it, see the real quality of them. But right now, you're confident.
All right. Yeah. Once he's settled, Seabold, if you are okay for just a moment, Callan, would you come over here with me? And I'll start leading him back to that table with the couple of very interesting objects on them.
Yeah, I'll go in that general direction, but I'm not going to go by you per se.
I understand. At this point, I don't even.
Colin,
Just
where's
follow.
this hole you fell down?
The hole I fell down? Do you remember when we were fighting those creatures out in the?
Yeah, no, but how did you get in this room?
Oh, this ceiling up here. There's
Good.
there's a casket, and it had some inscription on it, and supposedly that was a clue, something about die and then stuff happens. But
Right. Theobald's gonna look a little pale, but
Yeah, Loon's not particularly keen on hearing this either.
Yeah, only
So
in death can we see the path.
right.
So it is like a riddle. Yes, you laid in the coffin, you close the lid, and poof.
And yes, I fell down, but the mage, the guy, I think I was a mage, he fell down before me, and something happened down here before I got to him, and by the time I got down here, he was exiting through a magical door that I haven't been able to access, and then that's when you guys came, and I happy to see you.
you didn't actually die.
No, it was just like metaphorical. You lay in a casket and pretend you're dead type of thing.
Lucky.
Right.
My goodness, Theobald.
Yeah.
Ah.
And also this staff I got is pretty mean, so wasn't very nice to me.
Oh,
but
no.
I think it might be valuable for our purposes.
All right.
All right, well,
I'll let them keep going. I'll be just staring up at the ceiling, trying to and around the room, trying to figure out where we're going next, while they're looking for stuff. So
yeah. So
Yeah,
I lead him back to the at a distance back to the table of items. I found these when I was looking through the room for his splint, and I'm not quite sure what they are. I wondered if perhaps you might shed some light.
Okay.
3
Well,
objects. There's a quiver, a jewel case, and a perfect, like the size of a baseball, silver sphere.
And I actually
Like
that
chrome.
sphere is calling to me, and I reach out and I touch it with just a finger to start with.
Feels cool to the touch. Perfectly
Okay.
smooth.
See, she's fascinating. And I pick it up and I hold it and I start examining it.
Yeah, you can see your reflection warped a little bit, but it is, imagine the perfect chrome ball bearing the size of a baseball. I mean, it's perfect. And
Is it heavy?
yeah, there's a little weight to it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, enough that, let's, for all intents and purposes, imagine the size of a baseball,
Yeah.
a ball bearing,
Yeah.
that kind of weight, that kind of shine and chrome to it. Like that's what it looks like.
Oh, this is interesting. I wonder what it does.
should
It's
we
kind
just
of-
be touching stuff, guys?
Right.
Nothing bad has happened yet.
right. So yeah, I'm gonna take a
What
sack
could
out.
happen?
I'll take a sack out and just see if I can brush some stuff into it. Not really critically examine.
Okay. Yeah. So you can grab that little jewel box, grab it, throw it in your sack.
Mhm.
You have that in your sack.
Just yeah,
like,
uncautiously, and then I'm singing too. So I'm looking around. Look at this loot, isn't it fab? Watch me and see how much stuff I can grab. I'm willing to bet I'm the guy who can take everything. Yeah. And
I missed
yeah,
you
so I'm
guys.
gonna as uncautiously and rapidly as I can, just brush stuff into the sack.
I'm actually gonna pocket that little chrome sphere.
There
I
you
like
go,
it.
Loon Sentinel. Now you're thinking.
Yeah. Mark it down. You got a silver sphere. You've got a small jewelry box.
I've got a code hook. I'm good.
You're great. You got
Theobald, you want any of this stuff?
there's a black cased quiver sitting on top as well.
Well, I'll grab that for Theobald. He'll like that.
Okay, grab that.
Lost my bow.
Hold it in
Is there
your
a bow?
hands.
Look for a bow.
For a bow.
Start looking around very quickly. You'll see there's a cloak. There looks to be that have been knocked to the ground. Like under the cloak, if you're moving things around, you'll find there's a cloak, bracers. The boots are near the now dismantled rack that he is using as splints. There is on one of the other coat hooks, there's like a leather coat, and there is a very cool looking sword in the style of like a khopesh.
See, that's
This
the
is
kind of thing
interesting.
I was thinking Theobald would like, but I don't know.
Does any of the stuff down here seem to have a magical sense to it? I know this isn't.
Are you trained in Arcana?
I am not.
Maybe.
Cool. In fact, I have a -1 if I was to make an unskilled check.
Yeah, you have no idea. It all looks
Okay.
I will say with your time that you spent down here, this seemed like all this stuff seems pristine, perfect. No age has touched it.
I was gonna say, considering the fact that all the books in the library just poofed. This is rather odd. I came upon a library in my attempt to get here, and every book I touched, every thing that I grabbed just it withered in my hands. It immediately fell to dust. It's the fact that everything in here is well preserved and staying together. It looks ageless. What is this room?
Oh,
Either has properties
Who builds
or
a city into the ground, though?
wait a minute. And I hold the scroll out. And did you, either one of you, get one of these? And I kind of bang it against the wall, trying to get it to recreate that red flash that got me over here.
Yeah. So he's holding this perfect. It looks like almost marble in the middle, and then these clear caps on top of it, scroll case. And he just kind of shakes it, just and it's like, yeah, nothing happens.
I was trying to open it earlier, and it's not. Kalun, would you like to try your hand?
Okay.
It is locked. By some means, I cannot tell which, but I try and show him. I try and unscrew the cap, and it just does not budge.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, if he's offering it for me to
Yep.
take a look at,
Seems like it.
I'll make an attempt to investigate and see what I can do.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Okay. That's only. Oh no, that's a 14.
Okay. 14. It is locked. There is no seams. There are no edges. If you didn't know any better, you'd say somehow this entire thing, it's clearly a scroll case, but this entire thing was somehow made in one large mold. Like there is no edges. There's no seams. Everything is perfect. You do get the sense, though, as you're investigating and checking over it, looking for any kind of like keyhole or edge or anything that you could use. You almost start to feel like there is the slightest vibration to it. That's kind of making that third eye of yours tingle.
It's such a good vibration. Okay, so
So if you want to
Vibration.
make an Arcana check,
yes,
you
All right.
can.
+3, 8.
Oh,
Very quickly, you're not practiced with this. This is new, but you kind of reach out with that tingling sensation you're getting, and you immediately feel like, like if you were ever a kid and touched like a cattle fence and just get that little, ooh, like, it's like, it's definitely arcanely shielded.
Okay.
You're not sure how you'd go like bypass it, but you can right away. It's just kind of like a clumsy hand going,
Yeah.
ow.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting sick of inanimate objects biting me all the time now. Yeah. So, and I'm just gonna. Don't you think we should find a way out of here, guys? While still grabbing stuff, because
I'll
Kellen
I'll try to take the scroll back.
I'm not too. It's the magical nature of this place is great and all, but I'm not too confident that it's going to remain safe, if you know what I mean. So, how you got your legs working yet, Theobald?
I need some braces or crutch or something to get myself up.
Okay, I haven't attempted to heal him yet. Is that I can try?
You absolutely can try if you'd like.
Okay, so
Requires touching him. Yeah.
Requires touching him. Yes. So I'll go back over to him, and that's where
Give me a hand up.
that's where we put that rack.
Yep. That's been kind of dismantled for
Sure.
his splints.
All right, and then that cloak that we threw off the wrap, I'll just flourish that over my back and pretend I'm a powerful wizard, and then attempt my healing touch.
So you're trying to distract him.
Sure, just get in there and he's good. No, I'm approaching him saying I'm helping.
Just
So
give me a
just
hand
let me
up and
help.
get me over that bench.
Okay, I can carry him over there and do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can Try. Oh yeah, sure. And then so yeah, use one of your slots and cast Cure Wounds.
Actually, I would do the warlock ability, the healing light.
Oh, okay. You can do that.
Yes. Let me.
So how does that manifest, sir?
A 2d6 healing pool. Bonus action. I think it is just 1d6 at a time.
Yep.
Okay. So doing that, and I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Does that help?
Theobald, you do feel some of your a little bit of your bruising, your aches and pains from everything. You do get kind of a rush of adrenaline and warmth, and it's like, oh, but your legs still are numb.
What did you do?
I'm trying to help. I was hoping to heal your whatever's going on with your legs.
Let me on the bench.
Okay. I'll comply.
Am I seeing anything that looks like a cube here?
There's no cube here.
All right.
Well,
Is there
gentlemen,
anything- any
I
kind
hate
of
to
exit or door? Callan, how did Loon and I get in here?
Oh, that was interesting. So I have some questions for you about that, because all I saw was, you see that wall over there?
Yeah.
A couple of very strange but very beautiful statues just came out of that wall and just dropped you guys in here.
Some sort of stone creature.
see about the neck.
No, I'd assumed you had
Well,
taken to making friends
What?
with statues and just got yourself mixed up with the wrong crowd. So.
What is
Hey.
this? Callan, what did you do?
That was there when you guys came. I nothing to do with that.
Is there a latch or a seam or
Nope, perfect.
what?
Okay.
I took a look at them already. There's nothing about them. I haven't taken a look at yours to see if there's any writing, but
So
He doesn't have one.
yeah, I was hoping I saw those on your throats. I was hoping you guys had better stories than just that behind them.
literally no idea how we ended up with these. Just kind of here with them now.
So you
I
can
don't
see
like
why
it.
I'm filling everything in with my imagination.
I don't like this. Cut it off.
I don't know that would work.
Try.
I get if.
Okay. I'm happy to see Theobald, and I'll help, and I'll try to see if it's able to be cut off.
I watch nervously.
What are you using, sir?
I am just a dagger.
So seeing as you are, I'm assuming, not recklessly just slashing at this,
No.
trying some precision work here.
Absolutely.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Do not slip.
Dex is good. That's a 17.
17. Okay. So you kind of work the blade just kind of flat against his skin and start kind of pushing towards the back. So it's not even the blade's coming towards him. It's going away. You're being responsible. You start to work on it, and you're like, you feel like I'm definitely getting somewhere. You carefully pull the blade back and look, kind of trying to twist it a little bit, and look. It doesn't look like there's any marks on it. You look at your blade, and it looks like where you were cutting on it, it's dull now.
I'll just Theobald, it's not working, and I'll show him the blade.
Yeah, very quickly. It's like, oh, well, that's not sharp now.
God's churning balls. All
I
right.
told you, I didn't think it was going to work.
Are there any Oh, you mentioned the Kopesh or something. I don't
Yeah.
think I want to try that.
There's a Kopesh in the room.
Give that to me. I'll strap that. We'll take that out too. But
Yeah.
is there anything else
Um,
weaponry wise?
What was that?
Is there anything else weaponry wise in the room that I can see from my bench here?
Nope. I've literally told you everything in the room. There's a cloak,
Awesome.
bracers,
Okay.
boots,
We're good.
okay.
Have they has between these two, have they shoved everything in as much as possible in the
The cloak is over Callan's shoulders.
Yeah.
There's a pair of boots in front of you. There's still bracers on the floor. There's a mantle cloaked coat, not cloak, coat hanging on a hook, a kopesh that is now apparently on your back, and a quiver in Callan's hand that he seems to be maybe holding for you, and a satchel over one shoulder, and then a jewel case and a sack and a sphere that disappeared into Loon's robes.
All right. Let's grab the
Call-
bracers.
Call me crazy. For some reason, I feel that someone needs to be wearing the clothing that is presented to us in this room here.
Oh yeah, that was pretty critical to making it into this room.
Yeah, you had mentioned something of that nature.
Oh, you see what I'm wearing here? This is the wizard's garb that I took from the wardrobe upstairs, and that was the only way I was able to get through.
Well, Kowloon, Seobold, I think we both know who likes to get dressed up the best in here. I think you would look fantastic in these robes and this coat.
Okay. Do we see any other a way out besides that?
Just the way up, and then there's the stone archway that had a door in it when you got down here, but now is just a
no
stone
door.
archway.
Okay.
Even
everything
examining
on.
it would be
What?
no, examining the archway would provide nothing, I imagine.
I mean, you're welcome to try, but to you guys, it doesn't look like it ever held a doorway. It looks like it's just a stone archway carved into the wall of the room.
Yeah, he's so very weird.
If I can reach the bracers and the boots, I'll try to shove them in my pack.
Absolutely, they're in your
Shove
pack.
the mantle in there.
Oh, the coat.
Yeah.
Yep, you can throw that in.
Right.
There has to be.
I need Loon, I'm gonna need you to carry me, or I'm gonna need a staff or something to get us out of here.
Hold your breath, my friend, and I'll go over and I'll.
Something you can drag me with.
I don't know that we could fashion anything like that in here. I
We got.
better off supported by myself.
All right.
And
Can
I'll
you
go
drag
over
him on the cloak rack?
That's been broken down as
dismantled
splits.
as that is at this point. I don't think so. We were trapped.
I don't want to take that other. You need your staff to fight with if we run into anything. Callan has his. If we had another one, we could form a chavoy with one of these cloaks and the two staffs. So you just drag me behind you.
Well, oh no, are we not going to try the whole get dressed and see if any of the doorway allows us through?
All right, fine. I'll try to pull my boots off, unfeeling feet, and pull those boots on if it's that important to them.
It takes a hot second, but
Right.
yeah, you managed to
Right.
fumble these
All right.
black.
I got the boots on. What's the plan now?
Oh, it's not just it's a full outfit, is it not? He was saying he had to put on the wizard's clothes in order to get through the doorway.
Well, I'm already wearing it, so what's your idea? So we can test it out.
You saw your friend go through the archway.
That was upstairs.
Go for it. Is that
That was
upstairs? No, there's an
upstairs.
archway in this room.
It was in this room. When you came down through the tomb, it was that stone archway that he went through, disappeared, and then they showed up from the statues.
However, that guy left. That method is gone to us.
I am fresh out of ideas.
Go check out that arch. See, maybe there's a secret door or something, or a lever, or
Yeah, I'll go over. I'll start to feel over it. I'll even take my staff and like tap it at portions of it.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. This is not my strong point, you guys. 15 off a natural 16.
Perfect. You tap around, you investigate. after, kind of brushing, a little, just really searching and all that, you get the sense that it is a like beautifully carved to the point where obviously it wasn't part of the original construction. Somehow almost feels like kind of like those coat racks, stuff like that. Someone who was very skilled kind of grew it out of the stone, if that makes sense.
I am not the most intelligent person on earth, but this was not here when this place was built. Somebody made this.
But no door, no secret, no hollow or different sounding spots. But it's very intricate, and obviously, even unskilled as you may be with magic, clearly like this couldn't have been done by just carving.
Giving it a good strong just bop doesn't shift it at all or anything.
No, sir.
It was worth a shot at the very least.
So what does it look like getting back up to that casket?
Okay,
False bottom.
Make your way over there. There is the slightest little incline of a ramp to where you can see that is where the bottom is. If you go over there and start kind of looking around the area to where it is, very quickly you will notice, without even a really thorough investigation, there does seem to be a groove in the actual stone right next to where you kind of roll down this incline, that there is a small stone that you can push in a little bit. And you push it in. Yes? No?
Yes.
Yep. Push it in.
I found a button.
In the incline of the ramp, the stone kind of sinks in sections to almost make like the equivalent of like steps or like a ladder going up.
You cannot be serious. It was right in front of our face the whole time. All right, Sybil, and I get under him and I brace him up on the side of me. Well, that's not even gonna work. How undignified do you care to get about these?
Just get me up. Let's go.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna put him in a fireman's carry and just you are sharpened the wrong place. Okay, hold on.
Careful.
That's better.
Careful.
Okay. And we're off. I'm gonna start clopping up the stairs. Come on, Kalun.
Yep, up the makeshift ladder you go.
Mm-hmm.
They make it up. Callan, you have a brief moment where you're alone, kind of look back in this room, and then you head up.
Yeah. Am I able to like just kind of whisper to my flask and did I miss anything? Get any insight from that, or at least attempt to?
Get no response of any kind. No feelings, good or bad.
Okay. Then if I don't see anything within arm's reach, I'm leaving with my friends.
Okay. So you head up. You make your way back up the circular room that has obviously the kind of still has the skeletal corpse of a body that has been uncovered from what looks like a shelf that, bookcase that had collapsed on top. Looks like just old, dried and aged, decaying wood and shelves and things that kind of were strewn about this room, and a kind of broken in section, or not broken in, a perfect tunnel leading on one end, the opposite end of the room when you come up from that tomb.
That skeleton, was that the one who had the staff and such? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I have to point out to my traveling companions, and that guy was a jerk. Point to the skeleton.
That guy is very dead.
Yeah, and he didn't warn me about the staff.
Okay.
What does this stuff do to you?
I think it almost killed me.
I'm sorry, let me get this straight. You think it almost killed you?
It felt like it almost killed me. But
Right.
I don't think I actually died, so but I did go in the casket. Oh my goodness. I try reveals thing.
Get as close as I can and just like pat him on the chest once, like he feels like he's there.
He's there.
Okay, well, you are not a ghost, so you have not died, and you're not. Okay, fine. How did you get in this room? Like, if we are going to backtrack, we need to follow your lead, obviously.
Oh yes, this one was this was an exciting one because it was really tricky. Me and this mage,
Just kind of hanging off of Loon.
Yeah.
we were trying to figure out how to get out of here, and it only when we put on the wizard's clothes were we able to walk through the wall. And I don't remember, are we near the wall that I entered this room through?
The opening from the other room, which was like a bedroom / study, that's the room where that kind of ward was. That is the tunnel that led you to this room, to where you found the secret opening in the tomb.
Gotcha. So yes, I'll explain that to them.
Then we are all to where the magician.
Adam?
Adam. Well,
Adam. He is dumbfounded. He is.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's overwhelmed by the smell.
Yeah, it's thick.
So I think I know what he was asking. And the answer to that was, I don't know if it works both ways. Maybe we can just walk through altogether without wizard garb. Let's give it a shot, huh?
All right. Are you heading that direction then, everybody? I'm going to take that as a ooh, yes. We lost somebody.
You have to boot back in?
Yep. We'll take a brief pause. We don't have a graphic for we'll be right back. So just bear with us in this impromptu. We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I should get that graphic from Jerry. Pop that up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be back, though. I'm glad anybody who's watching could join us, and it's been too long already.
Oh,
really feels
momentary
crazy.
power outage.
Oh, my.
Lovely.
That would freeze you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why doesn't he have a generator? Come on. Like, really? You're not already planning for that when we're going, hey,
Generator kicked in.
I apologize for that. Momentary power outage.
You're back.
I'm
That's
back.
all that counts.
We're good.
So to recap, they assumed
what I
you were
miss
dumbfounded by the information
works for me.
That he's not sure. Callan's not sure if wearing the wizard's garbs is required to go back and forth. He knows it got him in. He doesn't know if it's required to get out. It's worth a shot. We can explore and find out.
Well, Kalun, considering that you are the one already wearing the robes, would you mind being the guinea pig for this purpose of this experiment? I am carrying Sebo. I mean, we could toss him through, but I feel that is very undignified and rather rude.
I think we just have to go for it, but sure, I can lead the way.
Listen, if you say you want to run for it, I am all for it, but I would rather not get zapped like you got zapped by your staff. I am not feeling that today.
Well, presently I have no inclination that we'll get zapped going back through, and I'm usually smart about these things, so yeah, let's give it a shot.
Usually. Okay, Seabud, strap on, and I kind of hike him up once more, get readjusted, and just hold on to his legs.
Strapped? We fit strapped to a Goliath?
Oh yeah, hold on a second.
That is an interesting question.
Will
because
as by himself,
as Callan slips into the tunnel, Theobald and Loon, you both exchange.
You're gonna get a face full of
as
wall.
he's over the shoulder. You both look at each other like, I don't know how you're fitting in that, let alone with me on top of you. It's gonna be a tight squeeze, Lud.
Oh,
I keep
Uh,
crawling
Seabold,
through.
you
Jimmy,
still
just
have
hoist me up there.
no. You still have that cloak, yes?
well, I mean, I won't like rush ahead if I see they're having
Yeah.
any
Oh yeah.
difficulty.
I'm
I'll
not.
help.
I assume you're not just taking off, but it's like there's a definite pause of like this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go. So
I can
you'll have to
crawl through.
orchestrate a
Just
little bit.
Give me up to the. Is it up off the floor?
Yeah, and with a little bit of effort,
Picture frame height, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
With a little bit of effort, you'll be able to, help Theobald get into the tunnel. And Loon, other than like mechanically less speed, all that, you are squeezing through a area.
This is rather
Theobald.
uncomfortable.
Loon, are you okay?
Theobald.
I will be okay.
Would you
Let's
make
get
me a
through this.
wisdom save due to the fact of claustrophobia?
Oh,
And this is fairly tight, and you're now in the middle.
I forgot
Yes.
you had that added.
Yes. 18 plus 6.
Keeping it together.
Keep it together.
together.
Keep moving, Callan. Don't stop, Callan.
Wait,
Don't
oh,
stop.
God.
Don't,
Callum,
no.
keep him. I think he's got nervous gas.
Oh.
Only one person's giving off gas in this situation. That hole is getting plugged full.
No, do not get stuck. Do not get stuck.
You know,
Do not
if
get
it
stuck.
was still moist, it might actually help you, but it's dry now.
Hey, at least I might be scraping some of it off on the
Oh
walls.
yeah, just you leaving streaks.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have much
That's a
trouble
skid mark down the
maneuvering
tunnel.
through. So
Yep, Callan, you make your way and you emerge from the frame hole.
the next group to come through here. What happened here?
My God. No, we're not going down that. So, Callan, you emerge.
yeah,
The room
and
looks completely like you remember it.
so if I made it out of the picture frame, I'm turning around to do as much as I can to help
Catch
Yep.
me.
Theobald and Linsensinome. Yes.
So, yeah, very quickly, uncharacteristically, you see Theobald immediately like reaching out, like, "Oh yeah, help me," and pulling him out. You kind of help prop him up a little bit, and then you see this mass.
I'm imagining a less dramatic Ace Ventura out of the rhinoceros scene.
Yeah, far less dramatic, but yeah, it's a tight squeeze, and it's not a comfortable one. And there's definitely been some scrapage going on, and so yeah, and unceremoniously, Loon just kind of to the deck, and you're
Thank
now
goodness that is over.
you're now in the living quarters and study of a room.
Okay.
This is where you got dropped in.
Not quite. It took a little bit of adventuring to even find this spot. I actually got dropped into like the deepest, darkest depths of the earth. It looked like.
No, that's where I was.
I would dare to disagree. I may have been in the same place, if not worse.
Okay. So yeah, we could write some
Little
reviews later.
Little competition. So
But this is the other side of that. Whatever stopped us from moving forward before, that we had to
Put me
put
down
on
on
the
the bed for a
Aegis
minute.
robes.
Just put me down on the bed for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, and I kind of gently try and roll him onto the bed off of my shoulders.
Are we able to move?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I imagine you already searched the room, Cullen. There was nothing of interest in here.
I can't guarantee that. We may have missed something.
Did you check
What?
under the bed?
So with where
I
you're
was just
at,
thinking of that, and I kind of pick up, and you're like hanging onto the edge, looking underneath the bed.
nothing underneath the bed.
Nothing. Drop.
We're gonna for the fact of we all know what they're gonna say. The room has two sides to it. The side you're on, side one, has the bed on one wall
Mhm.
Standing looking out at side 2. To your right is the bed against one wall in the corner. To your left, there is a desk. And then on side 2, on the left corner, far left corner, there is a bookshelf. And on the right corner, there is like an armoire that looks ajar and open, looks like it's been gone through. And then in the middle, straight in front of you, there is an open doorway. And there looks to be some overgrown plant life and moss and stuff like that out into the hallway, but it stops right at the door.
Is that doorway? Is that just how you got in here, Kalun?
Yes.
Okay.
And I actually talked to some of the moss over there, and they advised me not to go forward, but that was the wrong advice, because otherwise I wouldn't have caught up with you guys.
Wow.
Hmm.
Did they say
yeah.
anything else?
Hold on. I saw this once in a play at the monastery, and I go over to the bookshelf and I start yanking all the books out of the bookshelf.
Okay. So you see Loon go over there and just start trying to go through this bookshelf, which you've already kind of looked through, and the books kind of deteriorate and there's not much to them as you pull off the remnants of them.
Dang it. No secret door. Ugh. Well, that's my shot.
Secret door is there to the other side of the room.
Yeah, literally right behind Cal, and he's like, we just came through the secret door, you know, and it looks like a picture frame with a tunnel in it.
And then opposite that is
Right.
like a secret force field.
Which is now in between technically you and Loon.
I should have.
Oh, I've
You
passed
kinda-
through it.
He went to the bookshelf, which was in
Oh.
section 2. So like
Okay.
in between you kind of mime like, and then there's this magical force field.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Cool.
hold on a second. I just went to the other side of it, and I kind of gently reach back through the other, try to get to the other side again.
Are you like just reaching with your hand a little bit? and
Yeah,
just-
like I'm not like just straight out. I'm like I'm like
Yeah.
feeling carefully.
tentatively you reach and you don't feel anything.
Oh, this is interesting because I want to see what it looks like from the other side. It was so weird for me from the other side.
What are you talking about? There's nothing here.
And as
Uh-huh.
he's saying that, he kind of is stepping more in because he feels nothing.
Yeah.
And then you just see him like, what are you talking about? There is nothing. I'm not frozen, by the way. But no, he is. He's just mid-sentence, just stops.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Colin,
what
what did you do?
happened. That's what happened. That happened to me a whole lot of times.
Colin, what did you do?
Well, just when myself and the mage were trying to get through to the picture frame side of the room, we encountered something that kind of just rewound us and set us back a few
Is he
seconds.
okay?
I'm okay. So
Where do we-
I'm
Yeah. Where do we? What's outside that door?
outside the door is kind of some more.
Go unstick him
ruins.
for crying out loud. That's creepy.
I mean, I can walk right through.
World's best
and
mime.
You
go
walk
try and
straight
put
through.
sense in 'em.
So
Okay.
you go over and try to drag him backwards a little bit.
Well, no,
Or what
I'll
are you
just
doing?
talk to him. You can't go through that way from this way anymore, unless you're wearing these clothes, I think. So I'm on his side, telling him this kind of stuff.
Yep.
And
Can I hear him talking to Loon?
Yeah.
Just pull him back. Get him. Unstick him. It's weird.
I'm sick of it.
yeah, can I physically, like, when I touch him, pull him back?
Yeah. He's like a statue almost.
I am a heavy individual.
Imagine someone who's quantum locked. Like
I can't help
their
you at this point.
moment in time is frozen.
All right. But if I reach through that whatever barrier, I'm able to maneuver him towards us.
You have no problems.
Okay. 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 Yes. It.
Am I free? Oh, I'm still stuck. Okay.
So I'm understanding we could all go through one way, right?
Yeah, you could walk out for sure because he did it.
Okay. Well, Theobald has a little problem there.
Just you can come back. I can get out. So we just need to get out to out that door.
Yes.
Can you? I
But
can't help.
that's the thing, though. I don't know where to go from there because before I was there, I was in the deep, dark depths from wherever we started.
Well, we didn't.
The
find a
hole
way
I
out
fell
that
in
way.
led down there. We found our way here. I don't know an actual way out of this whole big place.
I'm gonna give you inspiration for the simple
Please
fact
do.
of committing
Please
to the
do.
bit.
Please do. Did he get his inspiration from last time too for the Gret conversation?
Yes, he did. Yes. Yep. That's
Oh, I didn't realize I had inspiration.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Neat.
It's been a hot minute.
No, it has. I'll just mark that down.
All right. Help me up here. Let's go out to this door. We know there's nothing behind us. Or we can't see anything behind us. Help me up. Get me to the door at least, and then we'll go back for Loon and grab him. If we need to, we'll just topple him over, I guess.
Oh no.
Maybe we can set up a pulley and drag him out. Colin.
Yes, I'm gonna help Theobald. Is Loon Sentinel? He's just frozen still, or
Yep.
or okay. Yep. We'll. I'll help Theobald
You guys
through.
can't laugh. I lose it.
I'll graciously help Theobald through. And
Send me down here. I'll lean against the door with my braced legs and
okay.
All right.
yell
You do so.
helpful advice as he goes for Loon.
All right. Yep.
No, not there. Don't touch me.
To the left.
Sure.
You need to
Yeah.
get,
You just
like,
so,
you just
yeah,
hold
you
this.
under him. Like
You just hold this door, Theobald. I'll fix Loon Sentinel.
This has to be
Great.
the most comical sight because this tiny little rogue is trying to take out this massive Goliath.
So yeah,
don't end up like the guy under the bookshelf.
Yeah, boom.
history
So-
repeats itself.
We're on the same side with Loon Sentinel,
I
right?
found a-
Yes, you are.
Okay. And he's still not responsive.
Correct.
Okay. And am I able to maneuver him at all?
Effort is required, but it's slow and you can.
Okay.
Thaumaturgium.
I'll put in the effort. Yeah. Try to wake up. What are you doing? Loon
Echoing
Sentinel?
down the halls, deafening.
Get the lead out, Loon Sentinel. Let's go.
He does not move.
Okay. So then I'm putting in the effort, I guess, to move him away from this barrier.
Okay, you have moved him away from the barrier. He is still frozen.
Okay. I don't actually know how long it pauses people, Theobald.
Put the
Wait.
clothes on. What's the clothes?
Oh yes.
Throw the.
Is there any extra in the wardrobe? Is there any stuff
Yeah,
still left in the wardrobe?
There's a little extra. Nothing that would fit a Goliath.
Okay.
Just drape it on him. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll drape whatever I can on him and see if that works. That's a good idea, Theobald. Yeah, let's try that.
So yeah, you start like almost using them like a clothes rack. Just over one arm.
Oh yeah.
This on his shoulders. And
Yeah, and I get a little
tie
into
on-
it and am starting to give him a good glow up while I'm at it. And,
Oh yeah. You kind of do a wardrobe makeover, and this mannequin is now Well,
mind you, I'm still covered in crap.
Oh,
it's an improvement.
Yeah.
An improvement. So you do all this. He is still frozen.
How did you get out of this?
I don't remember getting into or out of it. It seems like when the mage and I tried to go to the other side of the room, we paused like this, but I have no idea for how long it was.
Heck.
So I don't know. Oh, I know who I can
And then
ask.
suddenly, Loon Simpson, all of a sudden, you are just going to. I just don't understand what you're talking about. There's nothing here. I mean,
There is nothing here.
and
You
you've got new clothes draped all over you.
What on earth has happened here?
Just be glad we didn't have to carry you, because
Oh, Lunsensinom, you're back. Yes.
Why is my arm so stiff? Oh,
There's the door.
What?
That's the important part.
what have you been? What? Whoa.
You
Someone-
broke. Nothing happened to you. You don't. Your perception. Nothing happened.
No, but his clothes are
Oh
on
yeah,
me.
no,
and
I
I'm-
know, but like, no time passed.
Is that what?
it was weird and
Whoa.
creepy. You stuck.
Here.
You froze.
What is going on right now?
Just
I-
let go.
We're gonna find the exit. How about that?
Yeah. help you
Okay,
go
it
for
sounds like a good idea to me. I'm
Yeah,
just
peek out the
rubbing.
doorway and just see what's on the other side of this doorway here.
Okay. There is a long hallway. Looks like there's another doorway, and then steps leading down at the end of the hallway. Look the other
Yes.
way. Looks like steps that are caved in.
How bad are they caved in?
Pretty bad.
Colin, how bad are these caved in?
I didn't actually try those steps. Those steps going down, that's where I came up from. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Was there anything else down there?
No, just
More
more broken, dark depths of the earth.
We
Well,
are
wanna
going
go
to
up.
be trapped inside of this thing for all of eternity. The caved in. So pretty caved in. Is the passageway blocked?
On the caved in one, yeah. Imagine
Okay.
just earth and everything is just it's a full filled hole. And it doesn't look recent. It looks like this is how this is now.
Well, we can only continue forward, yes?
All right, let's go down.
All right, Seabold.
So is there only a down and a forward then?
Yep. At
Or
this moment.
is there a forward at all?
Basically
down.
way you went is forward.
Okay.
So you make your way down,
But yep.
go another level. It's another hallway with 2 rooms. You remember these? They were kind of very similar in style, just a little less preserved. They look a little bit more like age and time has taken place here. The doors are
Okay.
decayed and opened, and some are missing. And then another staircase leading down.
Okay. All right.
We are
What's down this
following you,
staircase?
Calvin.
So there wasn't really much here. The highlight of my trip was you've already seen. So unless we go further down,
How did the mage get in here?
I don't know. He wasn't exactly forthcoming with a lot of his life story.
Did he have one of these?
No.
That is
Right.
another thing. How are we supposed to get rid of these? How did we get these?
Let's keep going down.
Yeah.
You know what Leech would love, by the way?
What?
If we could capture one of those bug creatures.
Yes.
Bug creatures. What you're talking about, bug creatures?
The things that when we came in, whatever the,
Yeah. You want to try and capture one of those?
well, I'm just saying.
Loon, if you remember, just from the narrative, and it's been a little bit,
Yeah.
the creatures that you interacted with down in here,
Yeah.
were much larger and different, like similar in like just outside appearance, but much larger than the ones you saw up top.
Oh, so they're similar, but just bigger.
Yep. Like
Listen. The things that we saw, those are the little ones. Okay, I went up against the big ones. We are not going to capture one of those. They will become a menace inside of his office.
You might enjoy that.
I would not. I will not be clear to crow on that.
I agree. Let's try for one of the little ones if we get a chance. I still have the net on my pack here. We could, if we get a chance.
They get big and they get vicious.
Well, maybe they're a different kind.
I don't know about that.
Whatever. Anyway, even a body, a dead one, he'd probably take that too. But if we can capture a live one, all debts would be paid.
Yeah. In either case, we need to continue.
Okay.
Right, down.
keep going down. You get down to the last level, and very similar in the layout. We're 2 rooms, but there's a hole in the wall of this one, and that is the cave tunnel that you, Callan, came out of. You know it went further down,
Right.
but you came up, and this is where you came because that's where you heard the mage's voice.
I don't know what to tell you. This is about as far as I've been. There's a little ways further down.
Has there
But-
been any kind of tables or chairs or anything that we could convert to braces or a crutch or cane?
I mean, even a sled at this point is going to
Or
be
even a sled.
preferable to me carrying him.
No. Nothing that, I mean, anything that's left as you kind of,
Rotted and decrepit.
yeah.
I imagine most of it's going to be like the books anyway. They just poof when you try and touch them because of how old it is.
Yeah.
Oh, was there bedding on that bed?
Yep, absolutely was.
Well, there's no way to get back to it now.
Well, Callan could get to it.
Well, what's your idea? I mean, I have a lot of extra clothes right now.
Well, we could make a sling and just drag me at least. We should be able to fashion some sort of harness or it's not a full travois, but we should be able to do something. It ain't gonna be comfortable, but at least then his hands are free and he can fight if need be.
I
am more on board with this than the current situation.
All right.
So
So
rig up a
yeah,
harness over your shoulders with the rope. You just drag me and I'll hold on. I can't
I'll
do
happily offer whatever textiles I have that can help.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess between Theobald and I will fashion a harness that'll kind of keep him along. You
Yeah,
know, if we do this right, you could sit like your feet underneath my shoulders, and you could sit above me. You should get your bow and arrow. I now have a sentry on top of me.
Oh, I was thinking Baby Bjorn first.
Boom, right up front.
I don't think you'd be able to fight effectively that way. I'd rather just you could fight and then I'll do what I can on the side.
Okay, guess I didn't try.
And I don't have a bow anyway.
Oh,
I lost it when I fell down the first time.
that would be a hindrance to this idea. All right, let's get this thing made.
Okay, so you guys working as a team all together managed to kind of incorporate some of the braces even into kind of securing, giving it a skeleton, and make not comfortable, but definitely serviceable sling that can easily be, whether it be kind of thrown over a shoulder, someone carrying it, or just dragged behind. So you very much get that all figured out and made. No issues.
All right. Put me
Easy
in
enough.
it. Let's go.
Yep, and we'll continue on.
Okay.
So Are you going into the tunnel Callan came out of, or are you going to explore further down the tunnel that you never traveled?
I vote for the unexplored.
There's a tunnel that Callan never traveled.
Yep.
Okay.
What,
I never
the
went that way.
downhill
Let's go
tunnel.
that way. I would vote for the Explorer.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so
Is it how dark is it? Is it pitch black?
it's all pitch black in here.
All right.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Torch.
Torch.
I cast.
I assume you already had torches.
Yeah.
I know you're. I
You
mean,
have torches.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had one lit at least.
Would my eye drop still be in effect?
Oh,
Yes.
The little too much that I used.
Yeah. No, I believe so. For the simple fact of, it's been a little bit. We're just yes.
Oh, well, then I could offer that to my companions too. I tried the stuff Leech said gives you night vision. It works really well, maybe a little too well. So don't use it much.
Hold on.
So,
I'm gonna call Owl.
Owl emerges. Poof. And lands kind of on your legs, looking up.
Maybe
at
the
you.
first time you guys have seen him just materialize. But
oh,
certainly not the most shattering thing I've seen recently.
talk to Owl and Celestial and tell him I want him to go down the hall just a little
Now
ways.
that is interesting.
Absolutely, very careful.
What is it that you are saying?
and
Owl takes off. Yes.
I relate to Loon Sentinel. That mage that was here with me, he had a bat who did that too.
Well, this doesn't seem quite fair. Where's my pet?
There's some crazy moss upstairs if you want.
No, he's got his owl. You have your moss and everything that talks to you. What do I have? My staff? Click, click.
Hey, don't sell your friends short.
So Owl will travel down the hallway using its vision, and you'll see through its eyes. The tunnel goes kind of at a slight incline downwards, just curving ever so gently. After about 350 feet or so, there'll be another cave in.
Okay.
And as Owl kind of checks out that area and then kind of turns back to fly back, on the way back, he'll notice there actually is in the wall seems to be just a like there's holes in it, there's moss and vines and stuff. Looks like once maybe some sort of small door, not like a normal door you'd walk through, but like almost think like it well, for looking at it, think a dumbwaiter.
Okay. All right.
Like that size.
All right.
There's small opening.
Cave in down that way, and then there's some sort of small door, not quite that far.
Oh.
Should we send him down the other way too? Callan, did you look in the other down the other slope?
I was quite a ways down that slope to start with, and I used a little bit of illumination to look as far down as I could. I couldn't see anything.
All right, let's try the door first. Then we can't get lost in the bowels of the earth here. If there's an option that we can maybe get up, I think that's what we want to look for, right?
It is better than
Sounds
the
good.
alternative.
I don't know what else we can find in this place. I think at this point, given all the things crawling around it, the loot that we've strapped so far, I think if we get out,
We still need to find this cube.
maybe.
Yeah. Up we go. Are we sure we don't want to check out this, don't we? This little. I don't want to go in the little hole, but
Yeah, let's go check out the go down the way Owl just went.
okay.
Watch for a little door.
You
Start dragging.
Okay.
you all make your way down that way, and after about 300 feet or so, you'll see that opening, and very quickly you can just kind of clear it away and kind of put the torch in, and look up, look down. It is a tunnel. It's it'd be tight for sure, Loon, but everybody else, it'd be just I mean, it wouldn't be great, but you could fit in easily, and it goes up and it goes down. But it looks like there's a lot of vines and plant life that has kind of made its way up and down, which may actually help in the climbing and whatnot. But how secure and all that, yeah.
Sticking my head in with the torch. I mean, not without the torch. Just can I see any light at the top of this thing?
No, sir.
Owl. I'm gonna send Owl up.
Send it up. Okay. Takes off. Like very quickly, you'll see Owl as kind of goes up, starts to lose that momentum, and it's not flight.
It's not wide enough for him to fly.
No. I mean,
Oh,
it's tight.
Then I won't send him up into it then.
Like a person could get in there and
Yep.
crawl up, but you'd be able to touch both sides to go up.
Yeah, I won't send him in then. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yep.
Should I could do it? Should I scout ahead?
Do you have climbing gear?
Looks like I could just climb with the vines and such, right?
Tie a
Sorry.
rope and tie the other rope around Loon's waist. You don't want to end up like me.
Oh, okay. Good idea. All right. Yeah, so we'll rig up and Callan will get in there and climb.
Okay. I'm gonna a couple things. One, who's tying the knots?
Not me.
Well, I would like to think that I
Callan.
have the strongest grip I amongst us. I
So you're tying plus holding. You're tying knot. So Callan, just roll me a dexterity check.
Okay.
It's not a hard check.
That was a natural 20.
Woo. Theobald. Man, that's a good knot. Yeah. So you're secured, and you even see a slightly just both angry and envious look at this. Just not that you real quick, done, and you start to like pause for a second, like
You're fine.
y-
Fine. Not you. Me.
start to make your way into the hole.
Wait.
Loon, you have
Tied
one
around Loon. All right.
tied around Loon, and he's also got a grip on it. So double grab. You're going up or you're going down.
Should I go up or should I go down? I'll ask the crew.
we are looking for a way out, are we not? Up seems to be the most direct route.
Up it is.
If there's something else of power in here, it's not going to be up high where someone else could have gotten it to.
That is a good point as well.
Okay.
But I think we need to find a way out. If we need to double back, we can try to double back.
I suppose it is better to know our escape path first.
And you said that there was nastier, bigger things down.
Much nastier, and they are smart. They were tracking me until I put this on me, and then I lost them.
I think they maybe knew where you were at, but
Oh, so if I
I
run
would
in,
like to think it had helped.
if I run into trouble, smear stuff on myself. Is that what you're saying?
I got unlucky in the luckiest way possible and stumbled upon their latrine.
Okay.
So up.
up.
All right.
Up and out, hopefully.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. That's dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you start climbing, and you're grabbing the vines when you can and kind of using the sides and pressing yourself and working. You're like very quickly, like I mean, Theobald, I mean, within a few moments, like the 50 feet of rope is up and he's going up, and it's like he made progress, you know. There's not even really good handholds other than some vines. I know I'm twisting. But Loon, all of a sudden you feel that rope go taut, and Cal, and you feel the same thing of like you've hit the end of that 50 feet rope and you're still going up, and you look up and it looks like the same kind of atmosphere or the same route, you know, it's just a tunnel continuing up.
There was no side exit
Not
or
yet.
anything.
Not yet.
Not
Alan,
yet.
how is it going? You are at your limit.
Got another 40 feet of rope here, but
Yeah, I don't see anything yet, and there's a long way to go. It looks like.
how high up can you see?
How high up can I see?
60 feet. I mean, it's obstructed with, you know, plant life and stuff like that, but your vision with that stuff is 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, relay that. How about 60 feet?
We don't have enough rope.
Do we continue to send him up? He would have to cut the rope. That doesn't seem like yes. Calhoun, you may as well come back down for now. Perhaps we can find something better going down.
Well, you could just let me off the rope and then hold your hands out in case I fall in the dumbwaiter.
Well, Theobald, this may not be so stupid. He has vines around him. If he falls, at least he would have a chance to grab before going too far. I don't like that, Scott.
Feel my legs.
Listen, Theobald, I understand, but we are out of options right now. It is up or it is down.
Callan, roll me a perception check.
Okay. That's a 13.
13. Ooh, you beat it by 1, actually. I rolled a 12. 12.
Yay.
You smell just for a brief moment as you can kind of, you're shouting back this conversation of wet grass or fresh air. Like it's all been stale down here. For the slightest moment, you almost think you catch a whiff of fresh air.
Yeah, then I'll yell that down and no, I need to keep going. It smells like open air. I think I'm almost there.
Theobald, you may hate me for this, but I'm going to start untying the rope from around me.
Hold on.
Calhoun, you are. Yes, Theobald.
No, go ahead.
Callan, you are free. If you fall, it is on you now, my friend. I can try, but you're going to have to do a lot of screaming, and it might yank me into the dumbwaiter.
Okay, but do that catch me thing just in case.
Okay, I just yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, roll me another athletics.
Okay.
Can I see him at all climbing up this thing, or is it's
your like
it's
other than vines and it's probably some, you know, dust and leaves falling. No
idea.
That's a 22.
Oh, jeez.
I have +5 for athletics.
Man. Boom, boom. Like you're making your way with almost ease. Like you're maintaining, you're doing good. You get up another 50 feet, and now you actually are getting that, especially with your night vision eyes, you're almost getting that sense of like there's a little bit of blinding light coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's definitely light about another 40-50 feet up. Do one more. Keep going.
Well, I'll thaumaturgy down so they can hear me.
Okay, yeah.
I see light.
You're holding. I see light down the tunnel. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Theobald? We have an exit. But how?
We and everybody heard.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hey, thaumaturgy again. What should we do?
Shut up.
This would be the perfect moment for that Helm's Deep moment where you hear the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Siebold, I almost wanted to get to the top to make sure that it is truly an exit. Call me crazy, but I would hate to have him get all the way up to find ourselves in some
Callan,
tower at the very
Callan,
top.
what are you doing? What are you doing, Callan? Because you
I-
can't hear them even if they
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pausing until I'm just gonna wait a tick for another sign or another something I noticed that gives me
Okay.
direction.
Theobald, Loon, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'll shout up the keep going up the vines.
Roll
I
me a
hear-
perception check.
16.
You can't tell what it is, but you do hear, like, at this point the echo is so distorted and flat that you can't make out what is said, but you do hear something. And it's just this briefest where almost for a split second, like with the creaking of the vines that you're kind of using. Did I just hear that or not? Like, you're not positive, but you heard maybe something.
Huh. Okay. Callan doesn't want to leave his friends behind.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he's more comfortable. He would rather figure something out to get everyone out first.
Okay.
So without absolutely hearing, keep going. He's receding back.
All right. So you start crawling down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Down is much easier. Roll me just another athletics check. It's a lower DC.
14.
Yep. You're okay. There's one or two moments where you feel like a vine might be getting a little loose, or but you kind of start to make your way down. Loon, you're right there in the hole. After a little bit, you start to hear movement getting closer.
And now I'm definitely like stiffer, like holding my arms out and just really bracing for the impending impact.
I'll
Yep.
hold on to Loon's belt.
After a little bit, Callan, you'll look down as you're kind of working your way, and you'll see these arms sticking out of the tunnel, and you can see the light coming from his torch, which is on the ground behind him, illuminating the tunnel opening. There they are.
Yeah, as much as I want to get out of here, that's a really comfortable sight, seeing my allies still there, not eaten by monsters or anything.
Yeah.
So
I crawl back out and say, yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw an exit way up ahead, but how are we all going to get out? Let's think about it.
We would have to fashion some sort of. Oh goodness, Theobald, how are we going to get you out of here? We have the sling. It would take both Kaluna and I a very concentrated effort to pull you up. I could perhaps do it on my own.
This
but
is
if
the
I
way
slip,
out.
We're both done.
If this is a way out, at least we know you two can get out. Go for help if need be.
No, we are not leaving you behind, Theobald.
Let's check. Do we know how deep this goes?
Is there just a random rock I could pick up off the floor?
You got a giant ball bearing.
I'm not. Yeah, ha ha ha.
Sure, you find something that you can use. Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not gonna drop it. I'm actually gonna like throw it down the hole, and I'm gonna kind of put my ear in and listen.
Down the hall?
Down the hole. Sorry.
Oh, down the hole. Okay. Yeah, you kind of, and you hear it.
Just go.
You don't hear anything.
Bottom
I don't think we want to go down this way either.
I'll kind of poke myself in there and do the Eldritch Blast depth finder test.
All right. So yeah, you
green.
Yeah, green emerald light shoots straight down the hole. It ends up
Burn all the
actually
lines off.
destroying some of the vinage that is in this hole.
Mm.
Not completely, it's not scorched clean or anything, but it's concussion, so it just rips through some of them, and it goes down about 150 feet, and then the light disappears. Just
It seems that it is beyond the range of your fanciful little finger thing.
Think we have enough rope for that way?
Well, how much rope do I carry on me? I have
Let's go try down the tunnel that you
I
came
have
up.
50 feet of my own.
Colin, let's go try down the tunnel that you came up, and let's just see what we got down there. If we
Okay.
have to double back, we'll double back, and we'll figure it out from here. But this looks risky.
I suppose at the very least we have an exit if we absolutely need one.
just to establish, everyone, like, as you've been doing all this, it's been, time has been going. You're not sure how long has passed, but like, you're starting to get on that urge where you can feel like exhaustion is coming. Like, you're getting tired.
All right.
It's been a long, like, just the effort involved in climbing, and Theobald with your, the sling and everything you've been doing and everything. It's like, and it's not been a quick, like, all right, tie some knots quick. We're good. It's like you've spent time on each stage investigating and all that. Like, who knows how long you're awake before you got to that point, but it's like, it's getting to that point.
All right.
It has been a day. Perhaps we should
The rest.
set ourselves down here for the moment. We can pick up when we come back to wakefulness, I suppose.
Let's go back to the room where there are two tunnels. Where this tunnel opened up, and there the other one where Colin came up. At least we've got some options if we need to flee down a tunnel or up the stairs or whatever we need to do.
Yeah, we'll hear them coming either way. Okay.
All right.
So you make your way back up the tunnel to where the opening was, to where you could go back up the stairs and kind of set up camp there.
Yeah.
So you are you trying? There's really no wood to really burn a real fire or anything.
Right.
Are you setting any kind of watches?
I think I would stay up for just a little bit, just to make sure that nothing crazy is going on, seeing as I still very keenly remember being absolutely set upon.
Yeah. If I'm not totally exhausted, then I'll take a shift too.
Theobald, you should go to sleep first. You have been through a lot. I feel fresh enough. I can take first watch.
Sure. And then as we're taking a pause, I would probably be inclined to rummage through our new stuff and see if anything looks helpful.
Yep. So as you all kind of are getting situated, comfortable, set up, the torch is still lit. Callan starts to open his pack and start to pull things out. There's the cloak that you grabbed. There's the quiver that you still had. There is the jewel case that you threw in that sack. There is the strangely almost obsidian looking wooden black staff that you've had over your back. And then the satchel. And then if you are pulling those out as well from the one pocket, a very tiny small ball bearing that you got as well.
The baseball size, yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Tiny little ball bearing. Like the size of a marble. He found one.
Oh.
And the everlasting Godstopper.
And
yeah, that's right. The candy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, might as well suck on the candy while I'm rummaging through stuff. Is it still working?
What flavor?
Going for green apple.
Okay, yeah. Oh, good. Green apple. Yeah.
Nice.
So as you're pulling things out and organizing.
That.
Mm.
Never mind. I don't want to know.
I probably like curse out that staff for, hurting me before. And
Yeah.
So-
So what?
the contents of the satchel, does it look like just vials of liquid or?
They are perfectly, each one has its own spot that is like it's made to be good for impact and stuff like that. There are 6 vials in it.
Okay. Anything I can tell immediately about those?
2 are red, one's clear, one's yellow, one's blue, and one looks like smoke.
Oh, smoke. That's interesting. I almost want to open that one and see what it is. But
dear.
no, thinking better of it, I'll take some time to investigate the jewel case more.
So, just to narrate this as you're all getting set up and everything, he's taking things out, sucking on something, and just, ooh, green apple. I love that. Getting things out, kind of sets a staff to the side and just kind of is like, it's like, you don't hurt people. You shouldn't hurt people, and opens up the case. You can see vials inside, and then, grabs the little jewel case and opens it up. Inside there is a perfect circle of glass with a little chain on it. A monocle.
Monocle.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm definitely trying that on immediately.
Oh, okay. So you put it on, kind of look around, and for just a split second, you're blinded. And you're just like, whoa, kind of take it out like, whoa. And this time more carefully kind of put it on and start looking. The staff looks to be like a bright light that is coming from inside of it, that there are like little cracks that like a nuclear reactor of light is trying to come through these cracks. You look at the cloak that you laid out, and it has a luminescent glow to it, as well as the on Theobald's back where the sword is, that illuminates. The quiver that you set out is illuminated, and the satchel bag that you have open that you were looking at, those clearly have magical essence to them. They are all illuminated. You very quickly, like, kind of going back and forth and then looking at other objects that you're familiar with, and then like looking at your flask, you can see it's glowing. This seems to have detect magic in a way.
Oh.
When you look through it, you can see the auras of magical things.
Okay. Like, is it only the items glowing, or is there anything as I look around glowing?
Nothing in here beyond that is actually glowing.
Oh.
I would like to mention, while he's doing this and I'm setting up for my first watch, I've decided to take out, I'm just kind of fiddling with that ball bear, my baseball sized.
Glowing.
Oh
yeah, and sorry, and I forgot the collars at their necks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So while I'm doing that, guys, I think those collars you have on are magical.
Oh,
and I'll
great.
share what's
Thank
going
you.
on.
That's helpful.
You
That
do
was
not
surprising.
say.
Oh, no, Theobald, check
Trying to
this out.
Sleep.
So that is the monocle of magical seeing, and it requires an action to use, but it gives detect magic.
Okay.
Obviously, no attunement required.
Okay, good. So I'm confirming everything that is magical is magical. How about the tiny ball bearing I have?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's curious. I want to investigate that more.
Okay, what are you doing to investigate that more?
I'm just looking at it intently, and then maybe playing a bouncing game with it against the floor and the wall.
Perfect. Actually, it's perfect. So you're looking at it and you're not really getting much off of it. You can see, like, you kind of keep going with the monocle back and forth, like, all right, there's something about it. You're kind of bouncing it, and it doesn't really bounce back into your hand or anything. It just kind of pip, 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 pip. You pick it up and pip, 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 pip. And one time you kind of bounce it and it like hits off the tip of your boot and just goes skittering down the hall. And it's like, oh shit. And then a few seconds later, it comes rolling straight uphill back to you.
Well, way to go there, Carlo. What the heck is that?
Yeah, back into the firelight, just
Guys,
right to your boot.
guys.
Hi, buddy.
It is a puppy.
Oh, this one's mine, Moon Sentinel.
Oh, but mine doesn't do that cool stuff.
Have you
Yeah.
Throw it
tried
down the
it?
hall. Throw it down the hall.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't know. Moon Sentinel, I'm
try to drown these two out so I can sleep.
Yeah, just tick.
Not the first night I've been on the road with you guys.
well, Moon Sentinel, I hope we find a way out of here soon.
So first watch, Loon, you're taking it.
Yep.
As the night goes on, I'm gonna, for the narrative purposes, I'm going to leave. Like, you put your things away, Callan, in the pack next to you, with Theobald next to you, and Loon on the other side, or actually probably him in the middle for the fact of he's in need. And Theobald, as you sleep, you start to dream. And you start to have visions back of that forest. On that day, the ambush in the rainstorm. And you see the form of Gardosh walking towards you, bloody axe. And you have that, you feel your heart racing, that fear. But yet there's still like another part of you that has that calming of, like, you've been here before.
Mhm.
You've never left here, but also remembering the words of the maiden. And then, like, almost from the thunder above on that day, you hear one word: injustice. And then a flash of lightning. And then you are back in the cavern, hanging from that wall. You can feel the pain in your back, and you can't feel your legs. And from the rocks that broke away, that are still falling below you, you hear a voice again: unbalanced. And then you hear, almost as you feel this twitch and pain in your back, and you, for just a moment, can feel your legs. In the darkness, two eyes of red light and fire open up briefly, as if looking at you. You hear, covenant. And then you wake up. Next to you, you see that staff. And you can almost see there seems to be like roots from a tree. Some of them looks almost like tar. That obviously, because your hand is stained, the fingertips like tar. Something happened. Loon, you were on watch. You did not catch any of that. Like, you didn't see any of that.
Does he come to wakefulness with a start?
Yeah.
Like-
Yep.
like-
Oh, absolutely. Just
Siebo, does everything
So the
okay?
torch.
Yeah, of course it has a torch. Here.
What is this?
as you kind of bring the torch over, like, because you see it in the light a little bit further away, you see it, and then as the light gets brought over, you look again. There's nothing on your hands.
What is going on here, Siebo? I don't understand.
That is where we're gonna stop tonight.
Nice.
So everybody can chew on that for a little bit. Provided no other technical difficulties, we'll be back here next Tuesday.
Awesome.
Thank everybody who joined in, jumped right back into this with us.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
been too long. Inspiration obviously still goes. If anybody wants to, on Twitch or Twitter or Discord, any of the ways to get a hold of us, by all means, on our Facebook page, Down with Dragons, or the Monsters of Roll chat, or on Twitch, like, let us know who you think, hashtag inspiration and the reason of who and why, and we'll dole out inspiration where needed. Obviously, everybody be safe with everything that's going on out there. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and thanks for joining us again, and can't wait till next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
to see you guys again.
Yep, you too.